I began dancing at the age of 7.
She heard that first you wanted to be an actor, but as a punishment, your family got you to study dance instead.
It's close recollection. I started with martial arts in karate class, and for being rude and disrespectful in karate class, my father threatened to punish me and put me into ballet. So ballet was punishment for being disrespectful in karate class. However, throughout all of that, I always wanted to be an actor, but just never got around to it.
Yeah. And would you consider it at this point?
As I approach the final chapter of my dance career, it is very possible that I would. It is very possible that I would consider acting. It would take a lot of work, a lot of self-reflection, and I would have to do some soul searching.
So you've actually received the most prestigious award since a very young age, since you were 15. How many hours of training does it take to get to that point?
When I was younger and training, probably between the age of 7 and 16, the formidable years, I would say that I was training up to 8 hours a day. It was a lot. I had a father that was very demanding and always had high expectations for me, and my mother who loved me unconditionally. So the combination of the two, I think, gave me a strong foundation to pursue what I do now. And I will admit that it was difficult at times, and I wish I could just sleep in.
What are the most important elements to form a dancer?
I think discipline and your ability to learn and to continue to learn and want to learn, flexibility, conditioning of your body and strength, and I think ultimately, you know, how hard you work. You get out what you put in. I say that often. So, you know, if you want it badly enough, you have to keep fighting for it and constantly ask questions.
I think that a dancer is made or it's born with the talent.
Most are born, but there are a few exceptions with the ingredients I just mentioned that they can be made.
What was the first important work that you performed?
Maybe when I was 16, I danced Prodigal Son by George Balanchine. I really enjoyed that. Prior to that, it was a lot of Nutcrackers. But I think George Balanchine's Prodigal Son really related to me, especially at such a young age of 16. I could relate to the character and wanting to run away and find myself and come back with my arms wide open, asking for forgiveness.
In terms of the technique, she knows that you lived many years in Russia working with the Kirov. What difference do you see between the Russian technique and the American technique?
I think, you know, technique is technique, and the Russian technique is exceptional and probably something that I will preach on about and say is the best. American style, though, I think is more jazz and musical theater and lyrical. So I think the elements of modern, if you will, the elements of this American style fused with European technique, I think is the perfect balance.
What's your favorite piece that you have performed that you like the most?
Big question. It's so hard. It's so hard. I can't name just one.
Romeo and Juliet, no?
Yeah.
CARMINA BURANA.
You know, we did. I started my company called Bad Boys of Dance, and in 2007 I had the premiere of my own show choreographed by my wife Adrienne Canterna, and this was a magical moment. When I was younger, though, going back, there was a movie I watched often called Turning Point with Mikhail Baryshnikov and Gregory Hines. and there was an opening ballet that Brishnikov danced called Le Jeune Homme et la Mort, choreographed by Roland Petit. And I did have the opportunity of doing this ballet once, and it was a very special moment, so perhaps that one.
With your company, is there a chance that you will come to Mexico soon to perform with your company?
I'm speaking with the presenters that are making this event here possible for CARMINA BURANA, and hopefully we can coordinate schedules and make that a reality.
From all the contemporary styles of dance, jazz, tap, ballet, which is the one that you like the most?
Jazz, I enjoy jazz. Jazz and musical theater, I think, hit a spot with me. So,
Have you ever worked in a musical comedy?
not a musical comedy, but a musical show by the name of Moving Out, choreographed by Twyla Tharp, with music by Billy Joel. I danced this in this production.
What other things do you like to do other than dancing?
I enjoy a good museum, looking at good art, seeing a movie, love movies and TV shows, taking yoga, I like yoga classes, in the summer a good bike ride, and probably most of all playing tennis.
What are the sacrifices that you have to do in order to become a world-class dancer?
Your friends, your relationships, being an artist is very lonely at times. So I would say these are some of the.
What advice would you give to all the young people who want to become dancers?
I think learn as much as possible, many different styles, flamenco, tango, ballet, hip-hop, contemporary. Learn as much as possible and continue with technique, because ballet technique is so important, and then try to find the path that's perfect for you. You cannot copy anyone else's career. You have to find your own career for you, but you must try everything to find it.
Last question. You are a very kind and simple guy. How have you been able to find this balance? I mean, to be very famous, very well known, but at the same time stay simple and.
I think after thinking the wrong things were important. So after making a lot of mistakes, you come back to, reality. Like gravity, reality always brings you back down. So here we are.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.